am Jeremy Greer.
And I'm Gary Butterfield.
And this is Days of Future Cast, the podcast that asks, hey, what happened with that whole AVX thing? And then we answer it.
Yeah.
This is AVX Consequences wrapping up its climactic issue and showing us exactly what the fallout from the big Marvel earth-shattering event was. How are you doing today, Gary?
Doing pretty well. Yeah.
Good.
I got it's a big chore day.
Ooh.
It's Friday. I like to clean the house on Fridays.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. And then I got a steak in the fridge I'm going to cook.
Autumn's picking up steaks on the way home. We're gonna marinate them boys down and then have some we've been doing like a potato and onion side dish. It's been really good.
Man, fucking steak, dude.
Is there, I mean, like, if you think about it, is there a more perfect food than like steak? Just a nicely cooked steak.
It is really one of the best foods. I had one for the first time in a very long time recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I was being embarrassing. Like every bite was just like, oh. Just making these horrible, like, sexy walrus noises.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So good.
I turned into Buffalo Bill. Like, it was horrible.
Every once in a while,
but it did remind me of steak.
Every once in a while, Autumn will cook something, and I'll catch myself just like eating it, and then silently like nodding along with it, and I'm like, yeah,
like it has a beat.
Yeah, like this is fucking good, homie. This is great.
Jam,
I look at her and I nod at her, and she nods back, and I'm like, yeah, everyone's real happy and not talking because food is that delicious.
That is a great. I love that shit. I love one of the things I love about being old is how much joy I take in like simple pleasures like that now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'll do that, or like a couple of weekends ago, I took my girl out for her birthday, and we went to like this little cabin thing that had a hot tub, and I hadn't been in a hot tub in a really long time, and I spent the whole time just like, oh, this is so great, like, this feels so good, you know, like. I'm just deeply appreciative.
It's
of the physical sensation.
It's wild how much not doing stuff with your shitbag friends will make it enjoyable. Because like I feel like most of my hot tub experiences were like a group of people being young and stupid and jumping in a hot tub or whatever. And not doing that is way more fun.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this. I'm really happy that Liv was there. I would have also really enjoyed it by myself. Like, it was just
would have been fine.
Yeah, it would have still been good. Not as good. You know, not as good, but it still would have felt really good. Like if I just had one of those in my house, I would do that all the time. I'd be podcasting from one right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's how
I would die of electrocution. Like
easy. Yeah.
This year,
you would definitely have to eat a sloppy steak. Like at one point, that steak would be going into the hot tub.
Hot tub steak.
Hot tub steak, dog. Think about it,
man. I'm gonna sous vide myself and my steak
at the same time. I love it. Yep. Autumn taught me how to make the perfect steak because. I've always been like, oh, you put it on the grill until it's done or whatever. She does it on the inside, so we sear it on both sides and then we put it in the oven for a while. And then she makes a sauce out of the juices with like some whiskey or something. It's fucking
fond.
Good.
Drippings. I usually do the oven and then sear.
Okay.
Because I watched a bunch of food YouTubes and they talked about how searing in flavor is fake.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want the sear because the sear is good, but nothing keeps in the juices. Like the thing that keeps in the juices is letting the meat rest.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So I have found it easier to sear at the end.
There you go.
Yeah, but they're both same principle.
Yes.
And just very tender, juicy steaks. Speaking of tender, juicy steaks and consequences.
Ooh,
it's AVX Consequences 5.
Yep. Magneto's on the cover with his all of Scott Pilgrim's ex-girlfriends, I think is how this works.
Yep.
With magic and danger. We left off with Cyclops telling them to come break him out of prison, and that's what they are on the way to do.
Yeah. Yep. And we're gonna get into exactly that. We start off with them in their little underground lair, getting ready to do this. You know, saying like, ladies, if you want to back out, you can do it now. And Danger says, no, Summers go free because no more prisoners. That's her new thing, that unit incepted into her.
Yep.
And then Magic just wants to do it because she's a little psychopath. Magic's motivations I'm struggling with a little bit during this stuff.
She's a little I like Magic a lot. She's one of my favorite X-Men, like, overall. Like, I like her power set. I think she's cool. Like, I like the backstory. But like
the aesthetic is unmatched.
when she's like
she's undeniably cool.
When she says stuff like bar those with sticky bloody fingers. I mean, she sounds like a Dark Souls character, and I'm here for that. I just like it's just like a Dark Souls character. I just want to like shake them by the shoulders and go, "Why? Why are we barring them with sticky bloody fingers? What does that mean? Are fingers something else in this world? In your world, I don't know."
At the worst, she could be like the Hellfire Club kid.
Yeah.
Who's just like, I love to kill, like a little Invader Zim character, and that's no good. I trust them enough that maybe they're going somewhere with it, and she's just not like a manic pixie nightmare girl.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on our wrap up issue, but I have some concerns about that as well.
They're going. Yep. They're getting into it. They're going to go teleport into the prison. They're talking about how they're not sure if they'll succeed, which is weird because it feels like it's pretty easy to them. It happens off camera. Yeah. We cut over to Hope sleeping in an alley. It looks all the world like she got beat up or something.
Yeah.
And then she pulls a knife when someone wakes her up, like she's sleeping at the Y.
I mean, this is worse than sleeping at the Y, so I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know why she's doing it. Yeah. Like, I understand she's looking for cable and stuff, but get a hotel.
Dude, I mean, she's a kid. She can't get a hotel. Like, you can't be 16 years old and rent a hotel by yourself.
I don't know, man. I feel like she could find a place to sleep. She's also a super soldier from the future. You don't think she could find like an Airbnb that wasn't being used?
Absolutely. Yeah. I just wanted to be kind of a pedantic prick. So
yeah. The Avengers, all of the Avengers find her.
I feel like this funny. Is like if you're Captain Marvel, like you're like, I don't really care about this that much.
I have no connection to you. Also, like, did they think they had to fight her? Why did they bring everyone?
Yeah, why did they bring Thor?
Thor's there.
Why is Thor in this posse, in this Avengers posse? Like, what is happening? Also, if you're gonna gang up on a mutant whose mutant power is to copy other mutant powers, why did you bring Scarlet Witch and Wolverine? Arguably two of like the baddest mutants around, right?
It's real weird.
Yeah.
It's real weird. So she's like, oh, did my technology malfunction? They're like, no, we used a spell, so we found you. What have you been up to? And it shows a little montage of her, shaking down criminals and dodging missiles and fighting robo-dogs, basically in her quest for cable.
Yep.
She lies about this and they start saying like, hey, you're worrying everybody. We know you're trying to find cable. So are we. We just have resources that you don't have, so you should just chill out and let us do it.
Yep. And this gets interrupted when there's a prison break, and then Captain America is like, go home, like, people are scared for you. I'm trusting you to do it. And she says, yes, sir, which I balk at because, like, I don't know, man. Like, at this point, like, if I was Hope Summers, if I was Hope, I would not be calling him sir, but whatever. They really fucking hate Captain America in this. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought she had a level 17 disobedience or whatever.
Yeah.
We cut over to the prison, the prison break that Magneto and his squad are just absolutely demolishing.
Yes.
Like they're riding a big electronic danger.
Yep. A danger orb
thing. Danger orb, just destroying the prison with plants and techno vines and shit.
Yeah, tentacles from fucking limbo. Whatever, I'm down into it.
Yep, just killing it. There's a great little bit. Cyclops is just waiting there, looking at his metal shavings on the ground where he wrote "now," and the reflection in his glasses say "1," which I like.
Very cool.
And Magneto is just like, "Hey, break that wall." That's where he's at. So I think that confirms, like, he can feel the metal. I think it was both of them. She summons gigantic Earth fist up that just break Cyclops out of prison.
Yeah.
Here.
Dude, fucking magic is so cool, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I don't really care. Like, you know what? I take it back. Cool. I don't really care what she's got going on. I just want to see more of this stuff. Like, just use her like this. I'm fine. Yeah. And Cyclops walks out and is like, what kept you? Like, why did it take you so long? And before they get ready to leave, Cyclops says that he has some unfinished business. But first they say goodbye to Danger, who's going to go on her own quest. I don't know where Danger goes after this. Don't care. Don't.
Who could even... I'm just happy not to have to look at Danger for a while.
Yep.
I hate looking at the character design. It's my least favorite character design in X-Men. She actually hangs out during this next part as well. They say goodbye, and then she's in the next scene. So I don't know what's going on with Danger, and moreover, I don't care.
Oh.
I care about, does it look like Danger? Does it taste like Danger? And does it remind me of Danger?
Sure.
What he's doing is that they're going back into the prison to find the bigots.
Yes.
Who killed Jake.
They suck those dudes and they suck the dudes that attacked them down into limbo with their arms like shackled, and I don't know, man, that just seems like killing them. Like
that seems pretty bad.
Yeah, it seems like it, like unless there's like some you can't kill these people in limbo contract, which I think those dudes are just dead, which is fine by me.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to kill the guy who ran the prison. He talks to the warden, is like, you're profiting off a mutant failure. What I'm going to do is let everyone out of this prison, so your reputation is ruined and you lose all this money. You know, this is a little weird to me. I never really thought of Cyclops as somebody who, you know, didn't believe in prisons for criminals in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't think of him as a jail abolition guy. I know that's Danger's thing, but I was just, you know, it seems like there'd be like human murderers and stuff that maybe Cyclops would be down having be in prison.
Yeah.
Letting them go to punish the warden is weird to me. But he teleports out and has Danger carve a gigantic X into his face.
Sure.
Inglorious Bastard style as well.
Yeah,
so
you absolutely love to see it.
Yeah. Ain't your daddy's Cyclops.
The Avengers arrive, too late to do anything. Realize everybody's gone, find the warden, and Cyclops has left a letter to Wolverine, which basically says, like, hey, you guys go train the students. You're going to be super good at that. To prepare them for the better world to come. I will keep them alive.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Cyclops is taking on the role of the person to do absolutely whatever is necessary to protect the mutant race. And
if you're going to be the better man, I don't have to be.
Yep. Which is a good line.
I like
coming
that
from Cyclops. Yeah.
Yeah. So they fucked up, you know. We wrap up the Hope subplot. She's in her house and Cable found her, left a little note. And he's just like, you know, it's not your job to watch out for me. I watch out for you, and that'll never change. So Cable's still around, and they're going to hook up and hang out, as we mentioned before.
Yeah.
And we basically end the issue with Scott, Magneto, Magic hanging out in their little bunker where they're at, saying like, hey, the job hasn't changed. Like, we're hated and feared and saving the world. Nothing has changed.
Yep.
You know, we're still X-Men. We're still doing our X-Men shit.
With the idea being that, you know, they're doing X-Men shit, but without like any sort of legitimacy whatsoever. Like, they are actively being hunted by the Avengers and the government. Even the X-Men are looking for them. Like, they are absolutely on their own in their own little like X-Men team.
Double
now.
X-Force.
Yeah, double X-Force. Yeah. And it's kind of an interesting thing. Like, I think this was like, oh, we're going to make Cyclops a villain. And it's probably about as close as they could get this without him like going absolutely full evil or something. And I genuinely like this turn like a whole lot. I think this is really, really good. This just makes me happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And it ends with a little preview of where they're going now. So it sets up Uncanny Avengers, which is the Unity Squad. That's what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Avengers and X-Men team. I started reading that. It was real fun. It's Rick Remender. Red Skull gets Professor Xavier's brain.
Oh, I guess I do need to read that. I've been avoiding that because I didn't, something about the team rubbed me the wrong way, but I guess you just sold me on it with Red Skull and Xavier's brain. So I'll pick that up.
Yeah. It immediately begins with defiling Xavier's corpse, with the Red Skull Xavier. It was real fun when I was reading it. I just fell off it because I wanted to read AVX. And sets up directly this, which is the all new X-Men, which is the Brian Michael Bendis X-Men of Cyclops, Emma Frost, Magneto, Magic, and some new characters.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that a little bit during the next episode of this show.
Yeah. That'll be our general wrap up and just a little bit of feedback episode. Until then, you can support your boys over at patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv. Donate a small amount of money per month gets you an absolute enormous amount of content and also access to the community Slack server, which is a super cool place to hang out. You can also leave ratings and reviews, tell your X-Men friends, all of that stuff. Follow us on Twitter. Do all of that cool stuff for us. We would really, really appreciate it.
Yes, we very much appreciate it. Yeah, and so next episode we're going to kind of do just AVX wrap up and kind of chat.
Mm-hmm.
General, nobody had anything to say about AVX.
It was just a fucking echo. When I kept asking like 3 or 4 times, and just nobody did anything. I'll check the Twitter account before we record that. But yeah, the last I looked, there was just nothing. So
yeah, so that's fine. It'll still be fun. And then after that, we're moving into our solo series and first appearances season. We haven't planned out the exact order we're doing those in, but it'll be good.
It will be great.
I got no other way to end that sentence. We're going to figure it out.
We're going to do it.
So we've been playing Elden Ring instead.
Yes.
So, but we're going to do it now.
Neither of us are extremely focused on the X-Men right now. Although I did read a lot of X-Men when I couldn't play Elden Ring. So like it's a close second. But thank you everybody for listening. We'll be back in a couple of days. Until then, you can take care. Bye.
Take care.